Identify. Reload commencing.
A lot of what we've heard from new Gears of War developer The Coalition is how it wants to recreate the mystery we experienced in the first game. But instead of Gears of War 4 feeling like a shiny retelling of the original, it already seems like they've created something much more affecting. Now, here's what the studio is doing to make this its Gears. Before taking on the Swarm, JD, Fenix, Kate and Del first fight a threat in their own backyard, the Cog. With humanity and Sarah in ruin, people are collected largely in one city. Dangerous tasks are instead handled by robots called DBs. After colonies are attacked by an unknown enemy, Cog leader First Minister Jin sends the DBs to investigate, with their weapons, of course. Unlike what we've seen from previous Gears enemies, the DBs have somewhat silly personalities since their protocols were originally formatted for simple safety and construction roles. Personality aside, they are formidable foes. Trackers will roll up behind you and explode, but if you're quick, you can kick it into its allies. The DR-1 is one of the bigger DBs, and when it takes enough damage, it'll charge and try to explode around your team. I like how destroying DBs adds another offensive strategy. Part of the reason the new cast works so well is both its ties back to and difference from Delta Squad. JD, Kate and Del grew up in a time of peace, so when real danger presents itself, they sometimes have to lean on more experienced warriors. Warriors like JD's dad, Marcus Fenix. I never knew I needed to know what a civilian Marcus Fenix was like until I saw him. Shortly after our reunion, we had to take shelter in Marcus's greenhouse. Yeah, Marcus has a greenhouse filled with rows of tomatoes and flowers.
Shit, they're gonna mess up my fucking tomatoes!
Marcus may have grayed and settled down, but his demeanor is as fierce as I remember. Of course, playing alongside Marcus is even more of a treat. He grumbled when he had to revive me or assist me to take down an enemy. Little things like this help for Marcus to still feel like Marcus.
Not a goddamn word.
Gears of War 4's suite of new weapons are more than just effective, they're gratifying. The DBs have their own robot-specific weapons that result in some interesting designs and offer new tactics. There's a non-scoped sniper, because robots don't need scopes, called the M-Bar, and an SMG called the Enforcer. The Overkill, however, was my favorite of the new weapons. The Overkill is a shotgun that fires once upon pulling the trigger, and again when you let go. With this, you can fire a barrage of shots, or hold your second shot to take out another enemy. I often chose the latter, and was rewarded with a more focused spread that packed a ton of damage. The final two weapons can be taken from a shielded drone called a Guardian. They're equipped with either the Salvo rocket launcher or the Tri-Shot chain gun. Instead of overheating and immediately shutting down like the Troika, the Tri-Shot slows its rate of fire as it overheats so that it's more of a gradual stop. All these new weapons fit well in the campaign, but it was almost more fun to find and slay with them in multiplayer. Since the beta in April, the Gears of War 4 multiplayer has seen a multitude of changes, including the rebalancing of the active reload system. It now has a cooldown that starts as soon as you pick up a weapon, and after successfully completing an active reload. Whether or not this brings true balance to Gears of War 4's multiplayer remains to be unseen, but it does make active reloading in the competitive scene a little more predictable. Chainsawing robots, obliterating enemies with the Overkill, and traveling with Old Man Marcus feels right at home in the Gears of War universe. Every touch the Coalition has added so far feels like it bolsters what's already been established, rather than overshadowing or changing what I loved about the original trilogy. The new Sarah is beautiful, and after what I saw, I'm excited to uncover even more of its secrets with the son of a grizzled old Gear. For more on Gears of War 4, stay right here with IGN.